What parts of your personality do you wish were different? I love this question. One thing I've been struggling with, and something that I've been more or less proactive about in terms of trying to fix about myself, is simply loving myself as is, allowing myself to be loved as is, especially by myself. I said it in a previous video how I asked my father, well, what's one thing he would want to tell me before he died, especially while he's still in the land of living, and his answer was very simple: I love you just the way you are. And I'm like, Brad, I don't even love myself like that. It's crazy for someone to tell me, hey, you don't got to change anything about yourself. I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to be there for you. I'm still going to support you. I still love you, even though I know all your flaws. I've experienced your flaws. I've seen you mistreat other people. I've seen you make mistakes. I've seen you almost nearly destroy your life. I still love you. I've seen you be reckless. I've seen you gamble. I've seen you on drugs. I've seen you drunk. I still love you. I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. So yeah, I've never heard anyone tell me that. Who else should say something like that except, your father, your mother, what have you. But yeah, in terms of the question, what parts of your personality do you wish were different? Sometimes I truly wish that I was an extrovert in the absolute sense, because I can be I can be extroverted easily. I'm very good at pretending to be things. I'm quite good at it. To where I enjoy telling on myself because it allows me to just be myself. It's easier to just tell people things and just behave and pretend. I'm very good at the dark triad personality thing. That's me. But it requires work and energy and time and effort to keep up a certain appearance. And eventually you just want the crowd to know, hey, Ray has no clothes. The Emperor has no clothes. Let Ray just be Ray. Let Ray be neurotic. Let Ray be sarcastic. Let Ray talk a lot. Let Ray vent and ramble and rant on philosophical, ideas and ideals. Be yourself. Mir Muhammad says, how do you handle the rejection of men? Tell me. The same as women. It tends not to sting as much when it comes from a man, because it is what it is. But yeah, same as women. Look, it says, same, I enjoy solitude to an unhealthy degree. There's something about peace that is so addicting. This is the sound I wake up to every morning. Some people might find it alarming. Like, it can be New York City loud. Like, it's just right outside my window. But the ocean mixed in with it, it's I'll take it. This house is empty. There's nobody playing loud music. There's no smells that are foreign to me. Everything smells like me. Everything looks like the way I would do it in my mind. I'm able to leave my stuff sitting here, and I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried about people touching stuff, breaking stuff. I enjoy the peace of solitude. The issue that arises is that when I want to turn it off, it's almost like you're climbing uphill. You're digging yourself out of an avalanche, trying to be something different than what you've been most of the time in most cases. And so I can definitely relate to the peace of solitude and the unwillingness to kind of give that away to another. But I in a lot of ways, everything I want is outside of my comfort zone, it's outside of my peace zone, it's outside of my solitude. I have to go outside of it to get what I want. And so you have to make a practice of doing that. What parts of your personality do you wish were different? So yeah, I wouldn't mind being more extroverted. I'm not gonna lie, I do like my personality. I do like my wit. I do like my intelligence. I do like the way I engage with people. I do like my ability to get people to open up. Like, quiet people around me don't typically remain quiet because I'll just ask them questions. And once I figure out what they like to talk about, it's a wrap. One easy way to build rapport with people is to be interested in them. Not trying to be interesting, making them like me. I'm gonna be interested in them. I'm gonna ask them questions about them. That person, once I get done with them, they're gonna love me. They're gonna love talking to me because at the minimum, I can just put myself aside and say, all right, forget about all the race stuff and just use all my intellect, all my wit to ask them questions about them and what they like to talk about and what they like to do and why they chose that and how long they've been doing that and where have they gone. And it works here. I did this a couple days ago with the German chick, Andrea. Just ask her questions. Ask her questions. And now she wants to travel around with me. And she took a flight a couple hours away from here to see some different parts. But yeah, it's always interesting how certain laws, certain ways of doing things, they work almost universally, provided you speak the same language. There's a gentleman that works in this building, and every time I walk past him, this guy just has energy. Oh, mi amigo. He's on 10. I'm like, it just transfers. I've learned to do that with just about anybody I come in contact with. Energy. Yo, my guy, what's good with you, man? Just energy. It translates immediately. When I call my dad on the phone, what's going on, Doc? He immediately responds with the same thing, mainly because we're genetically almost identical. But it's just energy transfer. I love that about my personality. Things I don't love about my personality, I can be very impatient. I'll be honest. I'm very impatient. I'm very impatient. Is that part of my personality? I guess. A lot of people will probably experience it and may or may not, appreciate that. But I'm a perfectionist at heart. I like things done I like things done a certain way, and it can be very off-putting to people. And so it's something I have to work on, especially when I'm engaging with other people and I want to be, in friendships and relationships. You're gonna have to be patient. How many people have I ghosted because they took too long to respond to me? And I took it as disrespect. It's too much. Stop it. People have lives. People have stuff to do. People have children. People have jobs. People have hobbies. They have schedules. They don't have time to just deal with Ray's pet peeves all day long. And so, yeah, patience would be definitely something I would add to my personality. More gracious. Being more gracious to other people, letting them have their flaws just like I have my flaws. Having mercy on other people, letting people make mistakes against me, in my presence, around me, and me not just immediately discarding them. Those are mistakes I've made so many times in my life where it's not good for the long term. It's not good for the long term. So yeah, those are just a few things that, yeah, if I could change today, I would definitely adjust those. Olivia asks, have you taken the Myers-Briggs personality test? I have. I think I was like INJT, something to that effect. I don't remember all the abbreviations or the acronyms rather. But yeah, I've taken the color test. I think I'm a gold personality, something to that effect. Alex says, hey man, how are you liking Cartagena? I love it. I'm trying to find a reason to come back to the US, and I have like maybe one good reason to come back, and it's working part-time to save up more money to leave again. But if I came back to the US, I would probably spend no money at all, and I would just save it all up to buy more plane tickets. Right now, I have an apartment. I'm probably gonna extend for the month. I haven't decided yet. I have until Saturday, which is actually tomorrow. I have until tomorrow. My flight technically leaves to come back to the US. I'm probably gonna extend it and just stay for the whole month, if not longer. Without a visa, you can stay up to 90 days, I believe, as a tourist. And so I'm strongly considering pushing those limits. And if there was one reason I stayed here longer, the cost of living. As a person who has technically I have one purely passive form of income where I don't have to do anything and that money hits my account. That money here allows me to live like a king. I live like a king here. Whereas in Florida, I live like someone who just works a job, like just a normal citizen. Purchasing power is crazy. The dollar, no matter what they say about the economy and the BRICS, people and all these things, and the economy's down the dumps and recession, all these things. The dollar works miracles around the world. You think inflation's bad in the U.S.? Think about inflation in Venezuela, in Colombia. It's different. It's different. Me going to ATM thinking I'm pulling out, $100, and it's like 20. It's just, first of all, conversion rate's the whole thing, but yeah, great question. Moving on.